All right, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking Unit 1, Foundations of Physical Education and Well-Being. Now, if you think back to your own school days, PE probably went what? Running laps? Maybe dodging a red rubber ball? Well, get ready, because the framework we're exploring today completely shatters that old script. We are looking at how modern physical education is fundamentally transforming both the body and the mind. So, is physical education just about breaking a sweat? For the longest time, the answer was, well, basically yes. But we're going to challenge that traditional view right now. What we'll see is how this curriculum literally turns the playground into a holistic laboratory. We're talking hard science meeting personal growth. It's about wiring the brain to the muscles so both get stronger, making sure students actually understand the why behind the what of every single movement. To get there, here's our roadmap for today. First, the modern PE paradigm. Second, physics on the playground. Third, biological body adaptations. Fourth, character, safety, and well-being. And finally, number 5, the Quail Yatra assessment. This structured map is going to guide us through a really fascinating interdisciplinary journey. Okay, jumping right into Section 1, the modern PE paradigm, integrating fitness and hard sciences. Let's take a quick look at the core philosophy here. This quote really hits the nail on the head. It says, this unit explores the link between physical activity and personal growth, integrating fitness with foundational concepts from physics and biology. So, the absolute crucial point here? Students aren't just out there playing games. They are actively learning how principles like balance, force, respiration, and circulation actually support their performance on the field. It's like an active, sweaty, real-time science class where their own bodies are the ultimate study material. Moving right along to Section 2, Physics on the Playground, where we look at applied mechanics in real time. Let's step out of the classroom for a second. Take the horse vault race. Now, this might look a bit like the leapfrog you and I used to play, where one person tucks their chin for safety and a partner vaults over them. But here's the kicker. It's not just a race, it is a real-time experiment in balance and gravity. During post-game discussions, these students actually sit down and analyze whose jump was more efficient and exactly how maintaining a proper center of gravity impacted their overall speed. It's amazing. The curriculum goes even further and sets up specific physics of motion stations right on the field to isolate these concepts. A 20-meter sprint, that demonstrates linear motion. Spinning around a cone is rotational motion. And throwing a ball into a bucket, bam, projectile motion. They are actively experiencing these concepts, calculating how their speed, the angle of their throw, and centripetal force completely change their physical results. And the learning doesn't just stop when they catch their breath. To really cement the hard science, students actively record their times and distances in both SI and CGS units. So they're taking abstract math and turning it into tangible numbers that they generated with their own 2 feet. It perfectly bridges that gap between the sports field and the physics classroom. All right, shifting our focus inward, let's hit Section 3, Biological Body Adaptations, inside the musculoskeletal system. So how does the body biologically adapt to all those physical stressors we just talked about? The Adapt and Achieve circuit maps this out perfectly in 4 steps. Step 1 is strength, subjecting bones and muscles to resistance so they grow denser. Step 2 is endurance, pushing for sustained stamina. Step 3 focuses on flexibility, to increase the joint's range of motion. And finally, Step 4 is recovery. This teaches students the absolute vital lesson that rest is when tissues actually repair and grow. They are literally mapping their musculoskeletal system while actively using it. And it even takes basic physics like heat transfer and applies it directly to biology. During designated circle time, students conduct this brilliant cause and effect experiment on thermal conduction. They compare how a hot or cold object feels when wrapped in a towel versus placed directly on the skin. It's a completely tactile, biological lesson on insulation and thermal regulation that they can physically feel and understand right then and there. Now, physical and academic growth can only happen in a secure environment, which brings us to Section 4, Character, Safety, and Well-Being, focusing on fostering a supportive space. Notice how the instructor's role has fundamentally evolved in this setup. They aren't just out there blowing a whistle to start a race anymore. They are true facilitators. They transition the class into these circle time sessions to discuss teamwork, analyze techniques, and really promote deep psychological safety. Students are encouraged to actively listen and, importantly, respect each other's scientific opinions. In this framework, Physical education is basically moral education at the same time. The curriculum embeds explicit well-being and anti-harassment protocols right into the mix. We're talking teaching students to recognize and report bullying, stand up against harassment confidently, and actively seek help from trusted individuals to maintain a respectful environment. By making these protocols central, it builds mental resilience and strong character right alongside physical endurance. It's a real game changer. And that leads us right into our final topic, Section 5, the Kel Yatra Assessment, Grading Personal Growth. So you might be wondering, how exactly do you grade success in such a multifaceted curriculum? The answer lies in the Kel Yatra self-assessment rubric. It operates on a 1 to 5 scale, but look closely at the criteria. A level 5 mastery isn't about running the fastest or throwing the furthest. No way. It's about demonstrating a deep understanding of biological principles and correctly identifying the exact muscles you just used. Students are grading their own scientific self-awareness, which completely shifts the focus to holistic personal growth. To put that into perspective, a level 5 mastery statement looks exactly like this quote: "I can use force, pressure, and many other concepts of physics while playing to enhance my efficiency." I mean, wow. That represents the ultimate goal here. They aren't just memorizing definitions to pass a multiple choice test. They are living the science to become more capable, healthier, and self-aware humans. So, I'm going to leave you with this thought. If you understood the exact physics and biology behind every single move you make, what physical challenge would you absolutely conquer next? Think about how blending mind and muscle like this could completely change how you navigate the world. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep moving, and I'll catch you next time.